What it do, y'all, and welcome back to my channel. So as you can see, pretty much almost all of my face is done, but today we're not talking about face products. Today we're talking about the two items that I picked up from Pat McGrath's holiday collection. I feel like Pat McGrath used to be doing it, okay? She used to be very viral worthy. Lately, not so much. So a lot of people I haven't seen actually review this collection. I decided to actually pick up my two items from Ulta. When I was thinking about it, I realized that Pat McGrath is now available at Ulta and Sephora. So I wanted to see what items were available at each respective retailers. And it looked like Ulta had kind of the biggest portion of her holiday collection available, where you could get, I think, pretty much any of the duos, and then of course you can get the big eyeshadow palette. There are a couple other items in her holiday collection, such as a handful of curated 5-pan palettes and some lip products. Because those lip products aren't something that I really gravitate towards, and I feel like I'm really happy with my lip collection right now, I decided not to pick any of those up. And the 5 pans are actually unfortunately not available at Ulta, and so I decided, instead of just buying one from the Pat McGrath website, which would have been just that 5-pan, I decided to just get the two items that I really was more interested in from Ulta and to just be happy. If you did not know, in my opinion, Ulta has the best reward system between all three websites: Sephora, Ulta, and then of course patmcgrath.com. But you do your research to figure out which you prefer. I'm not going to tell you what you have to buy from. But what I want to do now is kind of give you guys some information about this collection. Like I said, I feel like a lot of people didn't really talk about it, at least not in my newsfeed. So I kind of want to give you guys some backstory, like what the name of the collection is, all of that jazz. And then I will give you guys swatches while I'm talking about that. And then we will just dive into me actually applying these products to my eyes. I cannot wait. I will actually be having this makeup on for a significant amount of time because I'm actually doing a wear test on my foundation right now. This video will probably definitely be up before that foundation wear test goes up, because I am filming numerous foundation wear tests because I want to put them all up in one singular week. So I will have all of my information for what's on my face down below per usual, and it should be linked with affiliate links. If you shop through them, cool daddy cool. If not, no big deal at all. I'm just glad you're here to talk with me about makeup. So without further ado, I'm gonna stop blabbering. I'm gonna find my eyeshadow primer, open up my phone so we can get that info, and we're gonna dive right on in. So this year, Pat McGrath has named her whole holiday collection the Luminous Legends collection. Like I said, I only have two items from this collection. So let's start off with the smaller of the two, which she has touted these to be called the Luminous Legend Eyeshadow Duo. Overview, it says that this is supposed to create a couture eye look to go with the Luminous Legend eyeshadow duos. These petite palettes perfectly pair two harmonious hues from the floral fantasy of metallic passion and jewel-toned elegance of celestial jade to the nocturnal drama of astral noir. Each ultra-pigmented shadow glides on effortlessly, delivering a silky, even layer of saturated color in a single stroke. Worn on their own or paired together, these giftable gems will have you celebrating the festival season in opulent style. If you did not know, these are also touted to be versatile and buildable. Intense color payoff, creamy, blendable textures, and you get 2 grams or 0.07 ounces. This is retailing for $25. So $25 for 2 shadows, a little bit less than $15. I would say it's probably around $13-ish, maybe $13.50 for each single eyeshadow. So definitely keep that in mind if you're somebody who has kind of a price limit for what you're willing to spend on each singular eyeshadow. Now that said, of course, like I said, the second item that I have is the full eyeshadow palette. Now, I did talk to you guys about this in Must Have Miss Gag when I was going over this collection, and I did say that this palette was just screaming to me like none of her other holiday palettes were. So she touts this palette as being her Luminous Legends Mega Eyeshadow Palette. This retails for $76. And this is supposed to be an essential artistry curation. The eyeshadows are supposed to be versatile and buildable. Once again, intense color payoff. It's supposed to have that creamy and buildable textures. You're supposed to have 16 grams or 0.56 ounces, and the Pat McGrath website touts that this is supposed to elevate your artistry with a mesmerizing Luminous Legends Mega Eyeshadow Palette. Drawing inspiration from precious gems, this exquisite palette offers a spectrum of dazzling jewel tones, wearable neutrals, and bold brights, spanning a variety of textures from soft mattes and sparkling astrals to gleaming metallics. The creamy buildable shadows glide seamlessly across lids with intense color payoff. Masterfully curated to elevate your makeup looks, this limited edition jewel unlocks infinite possibilities this holiday season and beyond. And you know, that last sentence that I said, it specifically said it was limited edition. I did not specifically say that for these duos. So who knows, these may be around for a little bit longer than I guess the bigger eyeshadow palette. Maybe they just didn't remember to put that in the description. Who knows? Of course, if you're somebody like me and you prefer to shop from Sephora or Ulta, not only can you use their coupons on these items, as long as of course their coupons are applicable for the higher end ranges and products, but you can also use your points. That's another huge benefit from buying these items from those respective retailers. You guys will have already seen the swatches while I was talking about each respective item. And yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. Let me get this eyeshadow primer on, and then we're gonna do a pretty basic eyeshadow look. I feel like as much as I love Pat McGrath, her eyeshadows really do better when you let them kind of sing on their own and not really try to make a very complex look. That's my opinion, and I'm sticking with it. So of course, I'm just going to use my normal eyeshadow primer, which is my About Face eyeshadow primer. And I'm just going to really make sure to rub this in. This is one of those primers that if you don't rub it in fully before it dries, it will appear on your eyeshadow look, and it's just not going to look cute. So I didn't really talk about each respective shade. I'm not one that really goes through the shades specifically for the ingredients. Honestly, it's just too much information for me to pay attention to. But if you are interested, go ahead and screenshot it right here, and I'm sure you could zoom in to see more information about the eyeshadow formulation and ingredients, of course. So I'm gonna go ahead and start off with the big palette because of course it has the mattes and shimmers, and this is it right here. I was really honestly excited for this. This might just be the perfect time for me to really get into Pat McGrath because she's very much a neutral queen, and I'm really getting into neutrals, shall I say. So I'm going to start off with some clean brushes. Of course, we're going to start off with a big fluffy brush because I really want to just get something in my crease. So I'm going to go with this like terracotta-y clay brown. I'm thinking that's what the mattes look like for this palette, because these don't look like, I said, all of the other Pat McGrath palettes that I have are her motherships, and so you can easily tell, you know, what's the matte, what's not. Whereas these, it has like a sheen to all of them before you touch them, so it's a little bit hard, but clearly I chose right. This is definitely a matte, and this is as pigmented as I'm used to Pat McGrath's shadows being, and it's being nice and blendable. So that's good. I'm just gonna really work this into both creases, and I am just gonna throw this on my lower lash line as well. And then we'll continue to build up this look and see what fun we can have. As always, her brown is leaning a little bit pinky, so do know that. And I will say it doesn't bother me, but I know it still bothers some people. There is just a little bit of kick up on the pan, but it's super easy to just blow away and you're good to go. Now I want to go ahead and deepen out this outer V. Like I said, I am leaving the house. I'm not going to do something too dramatic, at least for day appropriate type look. So I'm going to get a smaller blending brush so that I can deepen out this outer V, and then we'll really have some fun. So a really small blending brush, and I'm just going to go into this darkest shade. I love to see how dark I can get the outer V, and with Pat McGrath, her palettes usually give me a lot of depth, and I appreciate that. So I really want to just go ahead and highlight that in this look. Okay, so I think that's enough depth for like a day appropriate look. If I was trying to use this for night, I don't know if that would be enough depth for me, but I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all. Now, there's so many pretty kind of shimmery tones here, but I think what I'm gonna use is, I'm going to use one of these shimmery tones on my lid, and then I will use one of the duo shades on my inner corner. That's how I'm going to do this look. And I'm not going to lie, the shade that really caught my attention is this baby right here in the corner. So I'm just going to use my finger because they said it's supposed to be super saturated, all that stuff. And I'm just going to kind of press and tap this all over my lid. I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty. It is pretty. That is so pretty. Okay, I'm really happy with that. Alrighty, now inner corner, I'm going to be using one of the two shades from this duo. And for that, I think I'm going to use easily the lighter of the two shades. I think that would be the best for bringing out just a little bit of lightness on that inner corner so everything comes together. And I'm just going to use a little paddle brush. I haven't talked about any of the brushes, but I think the first one was BH Cosmetics, the second one was Sigma, and this one is Sonia G. I have a wide range of brushes. Honestly, I need to go through and declutter my brushes again because I just have way too many. But that's a conversation for another day. It really is. And this is applying really pretty. That's really pretty. Okay, so I'm just gonna apply some liner and some mascara. I will not be putting on lashes today for the one fact that I really don't leave my house with lashes on. So let me do those things and then I'll come back so you guys can see what I'm currently looking like right now. Alrighty, so this is the finished look, and honestly, it looks really pretty. It looks very pretty. I will say I'm very happy with it, especially daytime. I can't wait to see how long this lasts on my eyes, compare it, but also not just that. I can't wait to get into all of these individual shadows and see what's great about the variety of different formulas that I have between these two eyeshadow palettes. I will say, as of right now, I am very happy with my purchase. I don't feel like I kind of wasted any money. And that's good. That's good. Who knows? Maybe when she does a very good discount on her holiday collection, I will pick up some more items. I don't think I necessarily need to. I definitely think that these were the two items that I really wanted. I was going to get a 5-pan just for reviewing her collection more thoroughly, but even with just this video being a first impressions, I will say I am perfectly happy with the items that I've picked up. Now, like I said, this is a first impressions for these two items. I've already kind of slowly been showing you guys individual items from a variety of different holiday collections throughout the time that I picked them up. I will be doing a dedicated video in the month of November talking about all of the holiday items that I pick up for the 2024 calendar year. I pushed it back to November because there were quite a few later holiday launches, and I wanted one video that you guys could go to prepping for yourself for Christmas or for others for Christmas. I'm not going to really force myself to get it out before the Sephora sale and Ulta's 20% off sale, because those are both literally around the corner since I am actually currently filming this video. But I think it will be really helpful for you guys for who you want to get items for the holidays, and then of course for yourself. So hopefully this has been helpful to give you guys just a kind of first impressions cursory look on these items to see if they work on your skin tone, if we are similar skin tones, and if there are items and textures that you think you will really enjoy in your collection. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Of course, comment down below if you have any questions. I've been absolutely terrible with comments lately, but I will do my absolute best to get back to you guys in case your comment is like time sensitive or something like that. Otherwise, I will have both of these items linked and listed down below. And since I talked about the 3 variety of sites that it's available, I will just have it linked down below to all 3 sites down there for you guys so that you guys can just access any particular link that you prefer to shop from. And with that said, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.